Today we're going to be talking about other strategies besides fix and flip. You're going to run into those as you continue on your career in real estate investing. So let's chat about them and see how they may fit into your own strategies.
As a single professional, I had debt and no savings after my divorce. I always wonder how I can start investing in real estate to secure my future. I studied programs that gave me all the benefits of investing in real estate. Some claim I could start with no money, but I could not find one that gave me the practical, actionable steps I needed. As a wealth advisor, I've met people that own real estate but weren't ahead financially. They were rich, but they weren't wealthy. Then I finally realized that there was one vital component missing that makes someone become wealthy or not. And on the show, I will reveal what I found and give you the step-by-step actions to start investing in real estate and increase your wealth. My name is Araceli. Let's get started.
Hello, and today I had a question asked. It's about other strategies. I have put together some stuff about fix and flips, but how about anything else? And I said, well, let's chat about it. And today I want to talk to you about 3 other strategies that may fit into whatever you're doing. And as you go and advance in your real estate career, you'll see that some of them might fit just exactly at the right time. And some of the things that I have done that I'm going to talk to you about today, I didn't even think about them until they were kind of right in front of me. So those are the things that you may run into as you go along and move forward with different transactions. So the 3 things that I wanted to talk to you and the 3 strategies that are very close related to the fix and flip is number 1, which is the microflip. Also, a lot of people call it wholesale. The next one would be buy and hold. And the next one would be lease to own. So let's talk about what microflip is. And a microflip or wholesale is usually presented as for beginners. And I don't believe that that is correct. And let me explain to you why. In a microflip or a wholesale transaction, you basically are going to be finding a property that is very discounted. You're going to put it under contract and you're going to turn around and give it to an investor. And this investor is going to take it and it's going to close on it and it's going to do the renovations and it's going to actually do the flip. So that's why it's called microflip. So you just basically flip it the paper to the investor. However, there's a few things that you need to be aware of. One of them is that you need to have the property or find the property at a very counted price. And the reason is because when you are giving it to the investor that is actually going to close on it, they need to have that gap to make a profit. So if you're going to find a property that it has some discount, but there is not enough discount for you to flip it, so most likely another investor is not going to go for it. Because if they have to pay you a fee and they still have to make a profit and there is not enough room, they're not going to go for it. It's just definitely not going to happen. And the biggest thing of why this is not a beginner's strategy is because you need to really know how to estimate the repairs. Because when you are presenting this deal to another investor, you gotta be really thorough and then you really gotta know what it's gonna take for him to be able to do the repairs and show that this property is going to give him enough profit. And that's why, but don't dismiss it. What I want you to think about it is while you're doing other transactions, and this happens quite often, that you run into a really discounted property. But unfortunately, either your crew, yourself, you may not have the cash available for that specific deal if you want to take it on. So at that point in time, you may decide to put it under contract and then flip it to another investor. Those things just come in at that time, and you got to take advantage of it, because if the property is at the right price and you know now how to estimate the repairs, and you know that another person could benefit from it, then go ahead and do it. That is how I would do wholesale. If you're not able to take on the project yourself because your crew's too busy, or maybe you have 2 or 3 houses already on the go, and you don't have the bandwidth to take the next one. So then go ahead and do a microflip or wholesale. And just remember to check with the jurisdiction that you're in, because in some jurisdictions, the wholesale is not allowed, and you actually need to purchase the property and then resell it to somebody else. So just check that out, just to make sure that everything is okay. Now, the next strategy is buy and hold. And that is for you to keep a property that you maybe got it at a discounted price, and you want to initially do a flip. But for whatever reason, the market's changed, or maybe you decided that, you're better off having it as a rental. So you could do that. And basically that's what it is. So you keep the property. If it needs work, you're going to perform the work like you would do for a flip. But instead of actually selling it, you're going to have tenants living in it. Most likely, if you have a duplex or a triplex, would work very well for you. And I highly recommend that you start having, especially if you collected some profits from some of your flips, then try to keep one rental maybe for every 2 or 3 flips that you do. That'll be an excellent way to continue the cash flow coming. But you gotta be careful as well, because you're gonna tie up some capital. So just make sure that you have a little bit of both, so you can continue to run your business and continue to do another flip if that's what you're doing. If you're collecting houses to have a rental, then that's also okay. So just complete the repairs, put some tenants in it. And obviously the one thing that you need to be aware of here is property management. Are you going to be doing the property management yourself, or are you going to hire a company? And if you're going to hire a company, you need to do a lot of due diligence as well there. But it is possible, and this is an excellent way to continue to have some profits coming into you all the time, so you have continuous cash flow. So that is the buy and hold. And the last strategy is lease to own. So the same, if you have a property that you were going to just do a fix and flip, but something happened and the market changed, or maybe you found, or somebody asked you, can I rent this house, or can I buy this house? But they are not able to qualify, just for other reasons, just because maybe they don't have enough credit built up. Maybe they just had some bad credit, and now they're coming back with a better job, and they put together the down payment. So you can do something that is a lease to own. And usually it would be between 2 to 3, sometimes 5 years, depending on the price of the property, how you do it. And basically the tenant buyer, now the person that wants to buy the house, will rent the property for a certain number of years that you're going to define. It's either 2, 3, or 5 years. And what is going to happen is they're going to give you a down payment. It's really not a down payment, it's called a consideration. And it's just to let you know that they are serious about buying the property. And the way it works is you take that consideration, which is, it would be called kind of like the down payment, and then they're going to pay you rent. And on top of the rent, they're going to give you extra money that is going towards the down payment in the future, whether it's 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. And you're also going to give them a price. Whatever price you define, and you have to check what the appreciation is in that area, to give them a fair price. So in that case, you're gonna generate some cash coming in, which is the consideration. Then you're gonna have cash flow during the time that they're renting. And the best part about it is that you don't have anything to do with the maintenance of the property. So you're not going to have a property manager, because the tenant buyer is responsible to upkeep the place and do whatever they want in there, right? Like if something breaks, they're going to have to repair it. Of course, you're going to give them a house that is in working order, and that anything that happens, they are going to be responsible during the time that they purchase the property. And then in 2, 3, 4 years, then they're going to close on the property, because at that time they're going to be able to qualify for the mortgage. And that's it. Those are the 3 strategies that you can and actually use as a complement for your fix and flip business, so that you have a microflip or a wholesale, then you have the buy and hold, and lease to own. So these strategies are very complementary, and you will run into them eventually as you move along into your real estate business. See you in the next one. Thank you for being here on the show. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified when there are more shows available. And if you would like to have more information on how to start investing in real estate, please visit my website at www.aracelihernandez.com. Thank you.